That atmospheric river that hammered parts of Nova Scotia and Newfoundland since Monday has weakened. The torrential rainfall that shattered records is now tapering off. Many communities can begin to assess the damage and move into cleanup mode, but not Port-aux-Basques in southwest Newfoundland. It is one that remains isolated this morning, cut off because of washed out roads. A road including the Trans-Canada Highway. We're going to begin again with Peter Cowan in Channel Port-aux-Basques. Showed up to cover the story and has ended up stranded with his crew like 5,000 locals. Tell us what's happening there, Peter.
Heather, we're still not sure this morning how long it's going to take in order to restore that road service. And in the meantime, the only way in or out if there are emergencies is a helicopter. And we saw that last night. There was a couple that was camping in an area a few kilometers from here. And the problem was, as all the rain came down, the rivers started to rise and they got cut off. So the RCMP called in some support from a search and rescue helicopter. And it was last night that that helicopter went in. They were able to winch down a search and rescue technician and winch up two people along with their dog to be able to make sure that they were able to get to safety. So that helicopter landed actually not far from here in Port-aux-Basques to drop them off so they at least have somewhere safe and warm to stay. The challenge today, as the rain has now finally stopped and the sun starts, or at least it gets brighter out here, is going to be assessing all this damage, because we know that there are at least 4 washouts on the Trans-Canada Highway cutting these communities off from the rest of the province. And one of those washouts, they weren't even able to go and assess because they haven't been able to get to it. So that's going to be the job today. I was talking with the mayor of this community, and one of the questions a lot of people in this town have been asking is, do we need a state of emergency because we have no access to the rest of the province? And the mayor said, there are backup plans and he doesn't think it's necessary, at least not right now.
If we had called a state of emergency today, right now, at this moment, it wouldn't change how things are just because of the weather at this very moment. But if that weather changes and it frees up and we can get some helicopter support in this area, there's plans going into place that could alleviate any fears that we have of if there is an emergency and we need to transport somebody out of here.
This does leave a big impact, though, for people who live here. For example, if you have a major medical appointment, you're probably driving to Corner Brook, and you can't. So, even people who, for example, work in this community but live somewhere else, well, they've been cut off. They can't go home because they came to work, the road's washed out, and now they're stuck here, Heather.